So this is we're wrapping her up for the night. I'm gonna go in and make some breakfast for dinner for me and the wife. Yeah, chasing some things around. I had to make a couple of spacers because I wasn't going to spend 40 bucks a piece on locking collars. I needed a spacer. Obviously the bolt head would end up hitting the cassette bracket. I couldn't put it on this side because it wouldn't clear the brake bracket. The original one had a little half round, but I still don't think it was big enough to clear the outside diameter and the bolt head that's protruding, on this locking collar. They make a locking collar. PKT makes a locking collar that it's a little wider and it's got a beveled edge to it, just to make contact with the bearing, but keep the bulk of the locking collar away from the cassette hanger. But these cost $9. The PKT ones cost 40 bucks. At this point, I already ran you through. After $3,000, what's another 80 bucks? Listen, I've been 80 bucks to death. I'm not, we're done. So these worked out okay. Strange thing, I knew these were going to be a problem. I bought 4. I put 2 next to the hubs, and then 1 on either side of the bearings. Where this was a bearing, this was actually an axle bearing race. I cut the bearings apart and busted them all apart, and then cut the race down. Took the threaded flat side with the set screws, cut that part, the flange part off, and just using the race part just to separate them out. This thing's really nice, man. There's our little mini rocket sprockets. Those things are so cute, man. I can't believe how teeny tiny they are. Pretty cool, but like I said, that's what you got to do when you've got a 2-stroke chassis and you're trying to run a 4-banger on it. Didn't put any brake fluid in it yet. Just got done with the brake lines. I got a drill. Actually, all the holes are drilled. Had drilled these out and then found out the smaller bolts were for the unthreaded holes on here. So I'll go ahead and just tap all the holes in the steering wheel hub that aren't tapped, and it'll line up perfectly with these holes here. So that steering wheel is going to come down a little bit yet, you see. And we can go ahead and cut the steering shaft. It can go down a little bit more on the bolt hole, but I think inevitably, I think that's probably going to be pretty close. We'll have to see how he likes it, and go from there. We put the Lando Norris body parts on, and so just to start setting up the width of the hubs and wheels and all that stuff. I noticed these are different. These Nerf bars, these are not the brand new. I bought the new Nerfs from Tiffin, and they're not the exact same thing. I'm not sure that these are OTK, to be honest, because these are OTK, because you can see the logo right here. Right? There it is. Bigger than daylights. And it's got like a homologation number on it. These got nothing. These look like generic Nerf bars. These here look a little beefier. This bar here is the same size as the bottom bar, whereas this one here has got a much teeny tinier bar, right? So I guess we'll take the new ones and we'll use these for spares. I certainly hope. It looks like they're the same pods as the new one, so it doesn't really much matter. The new one will be a spare pod. These will be spare Nerfs, and everybody will be happy. We'll end up just peeling this stuff, all this blue and yellow sticker stuff off, and clean up any rubber that's on them or anything. But this is just, we messing around a little bit with the front wheels. We got everything aligned and everything. We know it's dead straight because we use the sniper things. Appreciate that, Ace. I finally got those batteries and got our little sniper deal set up on there and got it all squared away. So that's enough for today. That's what we got going. Tomorrow we go running to meet Rich. We got to run to his work. Got to be there before noon, so we got to leave out here maybe 10:30 because I got to stop and do a little blood draw on the way out. 2 birds, 1 stone, you know what I'm saying? But we're picking up some Formica heavy bench top with Formica top on it. big corner piece with a 10-foot long piece. For all this, we're not going to have to make a top at all. All we'll have to do is make the frame. It's 12 feet from here to the back wall. And we've got a 10-foot piece that's going to go along there. But we also have an elbow, a 90 degree. It's 6 feet this way. And Rich is cutting it down to 5 foot this way. So we'll have an additional piece of that 10-footer on this side, an additional piece of the 10-footer on it. It'll go all the way. This will all be, you know, it'll all be there. Have a little island out here. I'll just have to frame it up with the wood I got, more than enough wood. Get a nice frame built. Have it like this one here with a little kick panel underneath, lifted back a little bit, so hopefully we can get all of our junk that's under here, our propane bottles. This air compressor's got to go. You know, we just need to start storing, stacking stuff. And the cabinets, wait till you see the cabinets Rich got me with this stuff. Toot sweet. So that's about it for today. I got one little bit of good news. Remember this project? Remember this? Jake knows. Jake, I was so excited that I sent Jake a message on the messenger on Facebook. Remember this little project? Well, you're not going to believe it. After spending what, about $200 on 2 new style stuffers that didn't work with this divided stuff reed cage, right? Then I had to buy the new style reed cage to match the new stuffers because I couldn't find an old stuffer. Well, guess what? I didn't find one. I found 2 brand new ones to go in here. $19.99 for 2 of them. The shipping costs more than the parts. So those will be here in a couple of days, which means we can go ahead and start sawing away in this. We'll never need to use this now. We need to still try to get that thing out of there, but it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't really matter at all anymore. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll try to saw cut it and pop it out of there and see how it turned out eventually. I don't know, but I'm pretty excited about this. I found it on eBay, bopping around in there. I couldn't believe it. My jaw fell right to the ground. So that's it from RPM out here at RPM out in the China shop. She's coming along. She's coming along. We're not close to getting the motor on yet, but the rear end's all on and done, and we got brake lines on. We're going to get to the steering. We still got to make a couple brackets to hold the top of the steering fairing and stuff, but that'll come later. We got to get Bray over here after we get the engine bolted on and get this seat located once and for all, you know, in its final position, and then bolt it down. From there, it's all downhill from there. I love that. I love to hear that. I love that feeling. Hang in there, y'all. It'll get better. It'll get better. Look, it's getting better already. Godspeed, God bless. I'm praying for you. Pray for me too. We all need it, because you know what? Jesus is coming. That's right. And you don't want to get left out. Let's just hope we get this kid a ride before Jesus gets here. See y'all. We'll talk to you soon.